Right, let's get moving. So I think Josh's message is the truth is going to be late. I was going to do some hits from this competition, but as he's not here, there's not much point. We might do a little bit of it later. So we'll just get warmed up with this. So I was watching some video back when I was sparring with Johnny, and this relates to what I was going to coach anyway. So whenever we're underhooking, we're sort of doing a pummeling drill, right? And you start off like you touch hands on this or whatever, and you're getting going, and you know you're going to be sparring, but your body's not warm, whatever. So you're getting warm. One of the things I've noticed that whenever, particularly when you're taller than somebody else, your underhook will naturally fall shorter, right? So what I was noticing was that as the two of us, and it was only from watching this back on video, I would never have noticed this had I not recorded what I'm doing, right? I cannot recommend enough. There's always a camera holder there. There's a place in the village that does the camera stand. Some of the guys have got camera tripods. They've got them in there for about 50. I think on Amazon you can always get a bit cheaper, but like for about 10, 15, 20 quid you get a reasonable tripod. So what I noticed was, like, whenever we were underhooking, textbook underhook, the hand goes up to here, right? But we all have a habit of being like this, right? And then we pummel. And we sort of do this, right? It's a nice drill, but it's a horrible habit to put your hand here. Because what actually happens is when it actually helps him re-pummel. If I don't want him to re-pummel, I want my arm here, now re-pummel. Right? And now that makes all the difference in the world. Just going up to the the back of the shoulder, really trying to just get that hand position. And it doesn't have to be a tight grip even. It just stops him. It makes it very hard for him to re-pummel back in without breaking distance. He has to break connection to get space to even come in. So if he's happened to back away from you, even in that moment, it might not look a lot, you're buying seconds. Because he can't attack you. The minute he's doing he's having to come back to even get an underhook, he can't attack you on that pole. He can't go for your leg. He's got to bring his body back. So what I'm basically saying is, I just want you, as we're doing this pummeling drill, I don't want you to do it together, but I want you to do it just do it really slow. Everything really slows to begin with. We don't want to be in grab the line, yeah. And it's super important for him to do it because he's smaller than me. So any time that you get into this position, if we naturally put our hands around the middle, it's actually going to be harder for him to re-pummel because my arm's higher. This is the problem I was having with Johnny, watching it back. We were both doing the same thing kind of wrong, right? And it was kind of, you're in this kind of, you're not really quite sparring yet, but what I noticed is he kept getting the underhook. And it's because he's taller and because his shoulders are higher. I'm having to go higher even in the pummel. Does that make sense? So it's a pretty subtle thing between me being here and here. But the difference, and it exacerbates as you get relatively taller, and it's even more important for him that, now, the higher he goes, now I've now got to start using techniques to open him back up. So let's just get a body, we'll just work